metaverse space?
Well, we
What are
have
we
some
looking
new.
at?
Well, the metaverse space, since it has been born, there's been interesting intervention. Obviously, rich people like Mark Zuckerberg have invested in it. But now, what's interesting now, the metaverse is expanding beyond what it 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 it, like it's beyond in unexpected ranges, if I should say. Celebrities getting involved, celebrities like Justin Bieber. If I may show you, Justin Bieber has an avatar of himself. This is an avatar. He looks pretty much the same, so that when you see him in the metaverse, you know, okay, now that's Justin Bieber. So celebs, like they like to keep their avatars
The
to look like
updated and
themselves.
brand, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a brand identity. Even Michael Zuckerberg's avatar, he looks very much the same on the. So even now, even Justin Bieber had a concert on the metaverse, which is something that I'm gonna show you just later on. Also, another celebrity that has been swarming into the metaverse is the Snoop Dogg, a famous rapper as well, also into the metaverse, investing into the metaverse. Okay, some stories. Snoop Dogg opens a sandbox metaverse land sales, so it's sort of like selling the land. The chart topping hip hop superstar has turned to virtual real estate in a push to populate the metaverse. So he's also pushing, as you can see, that's his face right there. If you can see, Wave One is the company that, or a digital company, or a tech company, or a software company that develops these lands for these. Because obviously, the celebrities themselves do not know how to program these lands, so they use these companies for them to do all of these work for them. US hip hop superstar Snoop Dogg has stepped up his investments in the metaverse. As you can see the story, but it's been there also. Another famous figure. It's a female woman. Her name is Paris Hilton. Looking forward, Paris Hilton joins the celebrities to launch metaverse business on Roblox. She wants to launch a business, whereas Snoop Dogg is selling land. So a lot of business is already taking place in the metaverse as we speak right now. Paris Hilton, she's famous. Paris Hilton commands as much as $1 million a night working as a celebrity DJ, entertaining parties at clubs in China, Dubai, and on a Spanish vacation island, Ibiza. Okay, this New Year's Eve, she will be playing an electronic set for the revelers who drop by a venue of different sort, her virtual island on Roblox. So with the Snoop Dogg's case, he's doing it via Wave One or via the Wave. So now you see a new development of tech companies as well that surround the metaverse. This is a very famous lady, as you can see. She's also going to the metaverse. As soon as she's going, a lot of people are going to follow her into it. So consequently, everyone is just trying to get locked up into the metaverse as many as they can. Hence, we are seeing like concept of Justin Bieber going into the metaverse. The story that had developed: Justin Bieber announces metaverse concert. Justin Bieber an interactive virtual experience. So, looking at this metaverse experience, we must first look at how did the metaverse itself developed. Actually, to find out, metaverse is older than we think. As far as back as 2003, man, there was a company called Second Life, which I'm gonna go into it. Before it was called Metaverse. Okay, the Metaverse is a network 3D virtual worlds focused on social connection. So this is, if I should put it up here, this picture itself, these are old avatars. This is avatars socializing in 2003. This is like more than 20 years ago, or almost 20 years ago, okay, World Second Life. It's not called Metaverse, but now it was called Second Life. This is the first brand of the Metaverse that came in. So people are socializing. These are their avatars. These are real people, but have connection. But Second Life itself also is a huge brand or a company based in the United States. Second Life is an online multimedia platform that allows people to create an avatar. Once again, avatar is your digital self, or is your digital self in the metaverse that you create. So these companies or these software companies like Second Life had already began that back already in 2003. Already they already had or initiated an idea of the metaverse, developed and owned by San Francisco based firm Linden Lab, and launched on June 23 2003. It was rapid growth for some years, and in 2013 it had approximately 1 million regular users. Growth eventually stabilized, and by the 2017 active users count had declined between 800,000 to and 900,000. Now this is before now. Anything could take place. Maybe the company itself sort of like fell off over time, but obviously Mark Zuckerberg, as you know, took over the space of the virtual world, and then he called it the metaverse. But the concept and the idea is old and goes as far back as 2003. Now remember, in 2003 2004, it was around about that time when Mark Zuckerberg was still young. He was still, I think, 23 years old, and he was still starting this Facebook in Harvard. He was in Harvard planning Facebook. Already there were people who were far advanced, already planned something that he would plan 20 years after. So if you are a genius and if you are someone, this should be inspiring, that you should not give up on your dream, on what you are doing, just because someone else already does it. Because these people did it the Second Life, but Mark Zuckerberg looks like he's the one who has created the metaverse. But the metaverse has existed long before he could even be known as someone who has created the Facebook. And another thing that I wanted to share with you is
Okay, so
okay.
before then, I mean, we see those people seated there. So it means the virtual reality started long time ago in 2003. This is just an upgrade of what was initially planned, or what was started long back ago. Now, of course, it's being called Metaverse, of which back then it was called a different name, and the setup was still the same, but it was actually on a basic level.
Yes, most definitely. Things have developed so much with the metaverse right now. If you are someone that has been growing up knowing the tech world, you'll realize that the graphic levels and the way that we relate with the internet has grown from then since, and there's more apps, there's more connection, there's more stability, there's more flow into the internet. So in order for this flow to be acceptable, it had to be a process beginning from way back in 2003, then up to the process here now in 2022. Now you have concepts like these, and this is the concept. Actually, this is how it looks like, actually, if you may allow me. So you have avatars now. People have joined in, like in the metaverse and sort of things like this. So for now, the concept is still young or still youth, and this is the concept apparently for Justin Bieber. This is how it looked like. This is if you go into the
All right. Apparently, people pay to get into this concert. They
yes, you
pay.
pay. For this one, I think it was for free. It was just promoting the whole concept. This is Justin Bieber. Just remove, if you can, if you see right there at the bottom corner, this is Justin Bieber on his reel. But now he's wearing and he's connecting. So now this is him with his avatar, as you can see. Like this is avatar. People are sending comments, and saying their screams digitally. So this is like a digital or virtual reality. If you wear your virtual goggles, your goggles that we usually speak about in times, you'll
Okay,
see
so
also you yourself you're gonna be
so
joining
so
in.
people will be buying. I see the avatars there. People will
Yeah.
be buying Nike, Reebok shoes,
Yes.
techies,
Yeah.
the party gear from the
Yeah.
virtual stores so that they can
Yes.
attend these virtual parties.
Even he himself, he is wearing even the car. You see the car that is on top. You can buy that car, the virtual car of it, on Mustang. Okay, you have Nike also. So everything that is virtual is also eventually being sold. If like big brands like Nike are getting involved, you must know that other big brands are to follow to put their own virtual reality products in there. And the car you can see itself, he bought it. And then the clothes that he's wearing are also clothes that he might have bought because they are virtual clothing, the shoes, everything. You cannot appear on the metaverse naked. You need the clothes, wear them, but you buy them digitally. So these are type of things that take place. This is a type of a world that has been developing in the metaverse. This concept here came out maybe late last year, December, but it is still relevant and there's still more. Even Snoop Dogg is planning to have his own concert. Maybe he has already had his concert already on the metaverse. So you can see how it looks like. I don't know if you'd ever like be
Okay,
able to do something like that.
look, we spoke about avatars.
Yeah.
Um, where do you get these avatars? Can you create? Because I always want to have an avatar that looks like
Mm.
me. I wouldn't really change myself because I'm going somewhere, and I would like to be myself. So,
Yes.
can I create an avatar which is myself?
Yes, like like we're discussing right now with the Second Life. Second Life offers people, you see, like a metaverse. Okay, let me just go to the Second Life. What they are saying, okay? Second Life Online is an online multimedia platform that allows people to create an avatar. So if you go to a site like Second Life, you see like an avatar like this stage here. So in computing, an avatar is a graphical representation of a user. So your graphical presentation of a user's character or persona, it may take either two-dimensional form as an icon, an internet forum, and other online communities, or three-dimensional form, etc., etc. You see, so companies like Second Life, they allow or people to create their own avatars. But I advise people to look into it before they be sure about it. I just brought this up for the sake of the research itself, to just to bring an example of what is spoken about when we talk about these avatars.
Christopher, exciting happenings, exciting things are happening in the metaverse space, guys. Let's take that moment, that time to investigate, to research more about all this that we are talking about. Let's not be left behind. You can see other people already in the front, in the forefront. They are already, using, getting involved in the metaverse. It's not all about just buying the coins, the metaverse coins, or whatever the case. You can get involved, get into the space, buy those VR classes, and also participate in the metaverse. So do just go beyond buying the stocks, buying the cryptos that represent the projects in the metaverse. You can actually even sell your stuff in the metaverse, but you have to get that information so that you can also get involved, yeah, and profit from this whole scenario, this whole technology that is happening.
Yes.
Oh yeah, what's that, Stone?
Yes, I know. When you talk about VR classes, you just reminded me that, in order obviously to engage in the metaverse, these are some of the hardware tools that are used to engage in the metaverse. These are VR classes, obviously, as I mentioned them before, or virtual reality classes. These are the hardware that is used to engage in the metaverse, so that you can have the full experience of the metaverse itself, because you can see this lady is trying to charge, but the metaverse you cannot charge because it's just a digital self. So these are some of the tools that are used, like when you mentioned them, and then I just got interested, and then I just sort of like, these VR classes, very expensive to get them, because they go for high prices like that.